Simcha, celebration, Simcha, Simcha, celebration of life.
Hello, welcome to Simcha, a celebration of life. I'm Nikki Wallman. The ketubah, or marriage certificate, is a standardized legal document which all Jewish couples must have in order to be married. Today, Rabbi Ryan Goldstein takes us through the history and significance of this Jewish custom.
The rabbis about 2,000 years ago invented the ketubah as a way of ensuring a woman's protection from abuse of any system that would cause a male dominance in a marriage or in a nuptial process. You see, according to the Torah, a man marries a woman with her consent, but the man is the one that gives the ring. The man is the one that makes the declaration. And if she would be left, if she would be divorced by her husband, the sages did put a penalty on any husband that would abuse the system of marriage and made sure that he would pay the amount of 200 zuz, which was the amount of money used in those days, which would be equivalent today to about 200,000 rand. And that again would ensure the protection of Jewish women throughout the ages in a marriage. Being that a ketubah is a legal document and not a holy document like a mezuzah or tefillin or a Torah, it does not need to be written by a scribe. However, people do choose a scribe in certain situations in order to beautify their ketubot. Throughout the process of the preparation of a ketubah, the artist will send a draft to the rabbi who is marrying the bride and groom, and a ketubah that has the wrong information or the wrong spelling of a name can render a ketubah invalid or unfit for use under a chuppah. When the ketubah was instituted, the majority of Jews lived in Babylon, which is modern-day Iraq, and the ketubah is written in Aramaic to ensure that everyone would understand what was happening, that there was no one that could sign a document and pretend that they didn't know or understand what they were actually signing and what they were giving away. Therefore, still today we maintain that same tradition, and the ketubah is written in Aramaic with an English translation paraphrased, usually on the side of the ketubah or behind the ketubah, so that the chosen and kala, the bride and groom, would know exactly what they were getting into before any marriage. The ketubah also explains the conditions and the responsibilities of a husband to his wife, including looking after her and providing for her and loving her, and all of that is documented under the chuppah, under the Jewish marriage canopy, in front of two witnesses. What happens is the rabbi will ask the groom in front of two kosher Jewish witnesses, kosher being men over the age of bar mitzvah, who are not related to either the groom or the bride or to each other. And in front of these two witnesses, the groom acknowledges acceptance by lifting up the rabbi's yarmulke or the rabbi's pen. At that point, the witnesses will sign on the dotted lines on the bottom of the ketubah, rendering it kosher, and the groom can then be taken to meet the bride and identify her as his proper soulmate. Under the chuppah, the rabbi would honor another member of the congregation with the reading of the ketubah in Aramaic or in English, and they would read it in front of the community, explaining publicly what this man, what this groom has promised to his wife. The ketubah is then rolled up and given from the groom to the bride, and she then hands it over to her mother for safekeeping until they move into their home together. The ketubah is then guarded, safeguarded by the wife for as long as they are married. It is her protection, it is her document of his pledged love and support to her for always.
Throughout the centuries, music has played an important role in bringing people together for worship and celebration. In our new music series, we invite Jewish musicians to perform for us and interpret the messages within their melodies. And today we start with Johannesburg-based artist Ray Perkel.
Hey, Mosai. Hey, Mosai.
So this song, Bezois Teda, the words mean "by this you will know," is actually a quotation from the Messianic king that we're waiting for. The story goes, and it's not just a legend, it's a true story because it's documented in a personal letter that the founder of the Hasidic movement wrote to his brother-in-law, that he had an astral travel experience in the higher worlds, in the higher spiritual worlds, and he had a conversation with the Melech HaMoshiach, the Messianic king, and he said, "When are you coming?" And Mashiach told him, "By this you will know." And that's what the song's about.
As you call ugly boys, the years that's only Yeshua.
There's a very famous phrase from his answer that has become a traditional Hasidic melody, and I've incorporated that phrase, Lech shir futza meine secha chutza. The Mashiach told the Baal Shem Tov, when your teachings, when your spiritual wisdom, when your wellsprings, when your wellsprings reach the outside world, reach those people who are insensitive to godliness, and awaken them to something deeper in their lives. When that happens, you will know that I have arrived. Lech shir futza meine secha doesn't necessarily only mean that when your wellsprings flow from the inner reaches of wisdom and have an effect on the outside realm, but the transformation is such that the outside realm itself becomes recognized as a source, and that everything has a component of godliness within it. In fact, we're living in really remarkable times in this age that we're going through now, of an awakening to the Messianic era materializing in front of our eyes. And one of the signs of that is also included in this prophetic statement that the Mashiach told the Baal Shem Tov. He said that the common man will have the ability to effect mystical alchemical transformations in the day-to-day life that he lives. The way we interact each other, the kind deeds that we do, will be infused with a certain power that transforms the world around us and influences everything that comes into contact with that, towards expressing the truth that God is everywhere and God is one and God is in everything that we encounter.
Well, that's the show for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you'd like to catch up on any of our previous shows, you can find them on our website at www.spiritsister.co.za. And of course, we love hearing from you, so find us on Facebook at Spirit Sister Productions. As always, from me, Nikki, and the team, shalom and have a safe and peaceful week.